Today we'll be making an Indiana Jones cosplay. These are things you'll need: a brown Outback fedora shoulder bag, tan button-up shirt, 2 belts, brown pants, brown boots, a bullwhip, faux leather, contact cement, scissors, and a pen. Alright, so there was a few things that I made off camera or just bought and modified. And I didn't end up filming it either because I forgot or it was just going to be incredibly boring. So first off, we got the bag. I bought this off Amazon, links will be in the description. It's actually a pretty good bag. I don't really have too much to complain about it except that these buttons like really get stuck to each other and it's hard to pull them off and it feels like you're going to break it every time. So I usually just don't button them. And the other thing was that the strap, this is not the original strap. I made this strap. Why I had to do that is because it came with this strap right here. I did use some of it, so that's why it's a little shorter, but still, it was only like 6 or 7 inches longer than it is now, or probably more than that, but it was just way too short. So I just got rid of it, placed it with my own. It's really nice, it's adjustable too. But yeah, it's just the leather, contact cemented together, so that's pretty simple. So the next thing is, so we got this. This is the holster for the whip, just made with that strap material. Very simple. It's glued together with super glue, and then I added a button on it so it can clip together and make space for a belt to go through. And you got this part which actually holds the whip. So yeah, that was just pretty simple, really easy. So there's that. And then we got the gun. Now this gun is a 3D print I found off a Thingiverse made by Chrissy, I think. I'll put links and everything in the description so you can find this. It's a really good model. I just had to sand it, paint it and all of that. The grips I actually printed in like a wood filament and then I sanded it and then gave it a clear coat and it makes a really nice wood looking handle. And I got like a kind of like a gunmetal gray painted over it and then like acrylic wash over it, kind of make it a little more weathered. The cylinder I tried to make able to spin. You can kind of do it, it's not that great, but I don't know, there's kind of something there. And then for this little dangly bit, I made that out of some like a wire hanger, and I just cut it out and bent it to shape and painted it so it can dangle around. So that's pretty cool. And it's a really good model. Highly suggest that you give it a shot if you're doing this cosplay. I mean, it's not required, but I really do like this model. It's really nice. It's got a nice weight to it. The only thing is, getting these handles to like fit was kind of hard. I had to do a lot of sanding to get it fit nicely. But yeah, I really like this. So that's all the things I made off camera. So I guess let's move on with the rest of the cosplay. All right, I lied to you guys. I'm so sorry. That is not the last thing that I made off camera. That would be the holster. I made this off camera just because it was way easier to do that. But anyway, here it is. Look at that. So I started out by making this by making a paper template. It's pretty easy to make. Just got some paper, taped it together, then got the pistol and traced around it, making sure this would fold over nicely and have some slack here so I could glue and sew it together. And then also making sure it just looked right and I guess functioned like the actual holster. Then I used this, I transferred it onto some leather, and then I cut it out. And I cut it out twice so I could line the inside so it would look all nice. And then I made the little belt loop on the back. It's contact cemented and hand sewn together because I really didn't want this to come apart. And then so this edge is also contacted, cemented, and hand sewn together because one, be more accurate to the actual holster, and two, I really didn't want this to break apart because I do not want this to meet its demise by falling onto the floor. And then I glued in this bottom piece. It's just some leather glued on some cardboard and then hot glued into here. So this line of stitching is purely cosmetic. And then I made this little strap here attached to the back, and it's sewn together mostly because I just didn't want contact cement anymore. And then I add the button that goes on the holster like this, so you know everything's secure. But yeah, it's really nice. It holds the pistol very well. So yeah, now it's time to put it all together.
First you want to put on the shirt, pants, and boots, and then the two belts with the gun and whip holster. And put the gun in the gun holster. And the whip in the whip holster. And you get the shoulder bag. And of course the hat. And then you're pretty much done. The look I was going for was like a Cairo Indy when he's in Cairo looking for the Lost Ark. So that's why it looks a little messy, and you know the shirt isn't tucked fully. And you could do multiple different looks. You can just rip up the shirt a bit and get a prop machete, and then you got Temple of Doom Indy. Or you could throw on a leather jacket and some gloves, and then you got Indy from the beginning of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
You